Whether it's a natural disaster or the death of a loved one, people often turn to the generosity of others to raise money in the face of a tragedy.
But what happens when that fundraiser turns out to be a scam, and instead of an online campaign, it's a person on a busy street corner?
Reporter Kristin Crowley takes a look at one cross-country con playing on people's heartstrings with fake funerals and speaks to a government expert about what you can do to protect yourself.
It's hard to look at this sign and not feel compassion. A young boy's life cut short, a plea for help to pay for his funeral.
My heart was so touched that I was going to go back to our congregation to raise funds.
Pastor Fred Matthews in Nashville is grateful he didn't end up doing that after he noticed the same people with those signs week after week.
I began to actually kind of question, because it's taking a long time to have this funeral or whatever.
Excuse me, hi.
Our investigators tried to learn more details from the sign holders.
Who is on this poster?
Family.
Your family?
Yeah.
Did this happen here?
Yeah.
In Nashville?
Yeah.
Others didn't have answers.
Listen, I want to ask you guys a couple questions.
They just ran away. But after extensive online research, it turns out the little boy in this poster, 6-year-old Oscar, was actually a 7-year-old child who went missing in Bucharest 9 years ago. His real name, Matej.
This may be something larger than a Nashville thing.
Turns out it is. We found similar signs in Missouri,
They were asking for a funeral for a 15-year-old child.
Indiana, and California.
One of the guys admitted that he was doing it so he could raise money for his rent.
In San Bernardino County, 2 groups were arrested for the scam. So was this woman in Orlando.
Lying to people for money? Really?
Deputy Nicole Marson recognized the woman and her sign from 2 months earlier.
You said your niece? What's her name?
Maria.
Maria? Okay. And when did she pass?
3 days ago.
3 days ago? Okay. So in September, did you have another niece named Maria that passed?
Huh?
Collecting money from people isn't against the law. In fact, the Supreme Court ruled the First Amendment protects your right to ask for money for any reason. But
the statement has to be truthful. It has to be accurate. That's what the law requires. If it's not true, it's illegal.
Lois Greisman works at the Federal Trade Commission, which aims to protect consumers from fraud and scams.
Does the FTC know how prevalent this scam is, where people are holding up signs for funerals that are not real?
Very hard to say. Very, very hard. We know that consumers who complain to the government are the tip of the iceberg.
Back in Orlando, the deputy tries to get the woman with this fake sign to come clean.
What is it that you need help with? How can I help you? Rather than you coming out here with your kids, collecting money and lying to people about it.
The woman doubles down.
I don't lie.
The officer arrests her on fraud-related charges. She's now on probation for 3 years.
What can the consumer do to protect themselves or to recognize whether something like that might be a scam?
It's very hard to trust somebody on the street corner with a sign asking for money for a funeral. And nothing short of really asking them a name and doing some searching yourself is going to uncover whether that's real or not.
Some of the pictures, like in the case of the little boy Oscar we showed you, are ripped from the internet, but others, like in San Bernardino, use actual pictures of family members or friends who are in on the scam. The FTC spokesperson went on to say you should only donate your money to groups and people you trust. If you or someone you know has been the victim of a fake funeral scam, contact the FTC at reportfraud.ftc.gov.